This is Sirach, chapter 27, verse 3. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall soon be overthrown. Alright? And if you don't hold yourself diligently in the fear of Yahawashi, when calamity comes through, you basically put your house not on a rock, you built your house upon sand. Alright? Like when Yahawashi said, all those that hearken unto my words and do them, the parable of that they built their house upon a rock, and when the winds and the waters came and brushed upon the house, they didn't beat the house up because it was established upon a rock. And all those that do not the words of his saying, you have established your house upon sand, and when the waters came and brushed in, and it fell, and greatly was the fall of it. Why? Because it was on sand and not upon a rock. All right. The rock is understanding the scriptures of Yahawashi in spirit and in truth. The rock is understanding who the heck you are as a nation and what you have to do. What are you commanded to do as a man for Yahweh? This is not directed to the women of Yahawashi. This is only really directed to the men. Now, if the women come through and she wants to learn, she must learn under her man or her brother. For it is not permitted for a woman to speak in the church. And the church is not talking about a building. It's talking about when the man of the Most High comes out to speak. Now this is 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 34. Let your women, the Most High, all right? This is 1 Corinthians 14 and 34. Let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as saith the law. And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home. For it is a shame for women to speak in the church. But you have women pastors out here. You got women teaching men and setting the authority over men. This is a place of confusion. All right? This is 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14. Be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion hath light with darkness? And what concord hath Yahawashi with Baal? And what part hath he that believeth with an infidel? And what agreement hath the temple of the Most High with idols? For ye are the temple of the living power. As the Most High said, I will dwell in them. In who? In the Israelites. Not in no building. I will dwell in them and walk in them. And I will be their power. And they shall be my people. Alright? And we're going to go to Hebrews 9 and 11. And then 9 and 24 afterwards. No, that's 24. Hold up. Give me 1 second. This is Hebrews chapter 9, verse 11. But Yahawashi Mashiach, being come high priest of good things to come, by a greater and more perfect tabernacle, not made with hands. That is to say, not of this building. Alright? This is Hebrews chapter 9, verse 24. For Yahawashi Mashiach is not entered into the holy places made with hands. Yahawashi Mashiach, the Son of the Most High, is not entered into places made with hands. So he's not entering into your building. Alright? He's not on your little cross around your neck. He's not in your freaking rosary. Alright? Those are idols. For Yahawashi Mashiach is not entered into the holy places made with hands, which as the figure of the truth, but into heaven in itself. Now to appear in the presence of the Most High for us. Alright? So Yahawashi Mashiach dwelleth within Israel, for his father dwelleth within Israel. For that was the covenant that he made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that I will only dwell within you, and the seed after you. Alright? This is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 16. This is the covenant that I will make with them after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their hearts, and in their minds will I write them. So we're going to be made perfect, again, as Adam was made perfect. And their sins and iniquities will I remember no more. Now where remission of these is, there is no more offering for sin. Having therefore, brethren, boldness to enter into the holiness by the blood of Yahawashi, by a new and living way which he has consecrated for us, so the veil, that is to say, his flesh, and having a high priest over the house of the Most High, let us draw near with a true heart and full assurance of faith, having our hearts sprinkled from all evil consciousness, and our bodies washed with pure water. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, for he is faithful that promised. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love, and to do good works. So when my elder says a teacher's supposed to provoke you, they're supposed to, alright? And let us consider one another to provoke unto love, alright? Now love is what? The commandments. So we provoke you to do the commandments. And to do good works, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching. For if we sin willfully after we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sin, but a certain fearful looking for of judgment and fiery indignation which shall devour the adversaries. And the fiery indignation is talking about those ICBM missiles. It means if you come into this thing and you leave, the Most High is going to set, first off, he's going to set 7 more demons onto you to keep you fucked up in the head. And what you're going to be looking forward to is those ICBM missiles that's going to come and demolish this place called America. Alright? It ain't going to be enough. You're not going to be able to run. You're not going to be able to hide. You're not going to be able to do anything. Alright? Because you got the Hebrew Israelites doing the Most High's will in spirit and in truth, and then you have Esau trying to go ahead and promote his new world order by force, which is his martial law. And in the meantime, we're going to have race riots, and doing all of that, that's when they're going to send those ICBM missiles over. Alright? In the midst of all that chaos. This is James chapter 1, verse 20. For the wrath of man worketh not in righteousness of the Most High. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of haughtiness, and receive with meekness the ungrafted word, which is able to save your souls. But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. So you have to do the work of the Most High. You can't just hear the work of the Most High. For if any be a believer, for if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. For he beholdeth himself and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty. Now, when it talks about the perfect law of liberty, he's not talking about America as in Lady Liberty, alright? The perfect law of liberty is talking about his ways, his commandments, his judgments, his ordinances, alright? But whoso, this is James 1:25, but whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continueth therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deed. Alright? Which means the works that he do is going to bring forth fruit. He's going to be more blessed. If any man among you seem to be religious, and bridleth not his tongue, but deceiveth his own heart, this man's religion is vain. Alright? Pure religion and undefiled before the Most High and the Father is this: to visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction, and to keep himself unspotted from the world. And unspotted means not doing things that's going to profane the world. Being unspotted is doing the things that's good for the Most High, is good in His eyes, and is good for ourselves. Alright? The things that's good for the Most High is good for us. The things that's not good for the Most High is not good for us. For we are holy unto the Most High. And the only thing that keeps us holy is doing the will of the Most High. That's why we have to come out here on the highways and the byways. And the more you come out here, the more it becomes like, it's easy. It's nothing, man. It's good work. It's that work that you know you're gonna get your reward later, and when you get it, nobody can take it away. Why would I work for a so-called man? See, right now I'm in front of my old building, man. All right, this is a building of New York State Department of Health. All right, that's the back door, and over there, through there, that's the front door. All right. So I do the will of Yahawashi in spirit and in truth. And before I come out here on the highways and byways, I have to be trained first. Otherwise, I look like a fucking idiot coming out here trying to speak and not knowing anything. All right?